everyone, it's Kim from Do-Farms. How are you? It's Friday, so you know what that means. It is time for What's for Dinner at Do-Farms. And tonight, Brian and I are making beef stroganoff. So we did this recipe a couple of years ago. Can you believe that we've been doing What's for Dinner at Do-Farms long enough that we can say we did this a couple of years ago, but that's the reality of it. So we are making beef stroganoff, and you can make this dish out of our beef stir fry, our beef stew cut, or any of the other cuts. Really, you just have to cut it into cubes. So tonight we are making beef stroganoff. And for those of you who are curious, how did it get the name Beef Stroganoff? It was actually named after a leading merchant family in St. Petersburg, Russia. So
Florida.
Not Florida, that's right. We were laughing about that earlier. So it's made after, or the name of Beef Stroganoff comes after, or named after a leading merchant family in St. Petersburg, Russia. And so it really combines the flavors of sour cream, beef tips, mushrooms, and onions, and is absolutely delicious. And it's perfect for this time of the year when it starts to get a little cooler. So I'm going to take you over to the oven and the stove top and let you see what Brian is doing. So let's go on over. Hello, Brian Dudash.
Hello, Kim Dudash.
So what are we doing?
Okay, so we have about 1.5 pounds of beef tips.
Okay.
We've trimmed a little bit. We started with about 1.75 pounds.
Okay.
So trimmed them up, and so we have some salt and pepper.
That's right.
On here, and we're just going to put a couple tablespoons of flour.
So if you're just joining us, we are making beef stroganoff tonight, and it is a great dish for just the fall time of year that we are experiencing here in East Tennessee.
It's
Cooler
really quick,
weather.
good for a weeknight.
That's right.
And yeah, it's going to be cool next week.
Yeah.
I think we're finally going to get below freezing.
I think you're right. So we are making beef stroganoff, and so Brian has taken some of. You can actually take several of our different cuts. You can take the beef stir fry. You can take the beef tips or any of the sirloin type of meat and trim it down and cut it into cubes, and we're going to add that. We've added some salt and pepper and some flour.
A couple tablespoons
of flour. I'm going to put that on the basically the skillet, right? It's frying
and that
pan.
has a couple of
tablespoons of butter. So he's going to brown that up.
Yep.
Right? And in the meantime, we have some noodles. We have egg noodles, extra wide egg noodles, boiling so that we can get those ready for this dish also. All right, so while we're letting that cook up, let's talk a little bit about what's going on at the farm and what's going on at the Dandridge Farmers Market. Y'all, tomorrow is the very last farmers market for the Dandridge Farmers Market. So we would absolutely, if you are in the Dandridge area, we would absolutely love to see you tomorrow, because tomorrow, October the 15th, is the last Saturday of the Dandridge Farmers Market. I wanted to let you know who you can find there tomorrow if you can come and see us. So Sandy Ridge Vineyard, finally, our sweet little girls are back on Saturday. So we'll have Bella, Kate, Lila, and Tallulah tomorrow. They're going to have their eggs, they're going to have onions, they're going to have peppers. So come on out and see us tomorrow at the Dandridge Farmers Market. And we're going to have Laura Wall with Found the Pearl Farm. She's going to be there with all of her yummy goodness, all of her baked goods, her artisan bread. So come on out and see Laura. John Mueller, our woodcrafter, is going to be there. And also Living Kitchen Farm. Kane will be there. He's got some great fall vegetables and also some flowers. And Do-Dash Farms will be there. We'll have all of your pork and all of your beef. So come on out and see us. We're going to have Pam with Feed Bag Rehab. She will be there with all of her beautiful baskets. So if you guys are looking for something for Christmas, I'm telling you, grab one of Pam's Feed Bag Rehab's baskets and fill it full of just local goodness. You know, jams and jellies from Hillbilly Homestead, or maybe some caramels from Highway Homestead, maybe some soaps from Greta's Handmade Soaps. I mean, there's so many options. So just put you together a basket for for Christmas season. It's perfect. And then we are going to have Hillbilly Homestead. If you haven't tried some of Shelly's, she makes pumpkin butter, she makes apple butter, she has peach jam, y'all. I mean, it is absolutely wonderful. I am a big apple butter fan, but there are very few people who make really good apple butter, and Shelly is one of those people. So maybe you should come out and get some of Shelly's apple butter. And we're going to have Highway Homestead there. Courtney makes some wonderful caramels, goat milk caramels. So come out and see us. I mean, it's going to be wonderful. How are we doing over there? Are we ready? Okay. Brian's given me the indicator that we are ready. So let's see what's going on.
Our meat is browned already, and we've added a clove of garlic and a half of a large onion that we diced, and a small can of mushrooms. Okay. It's hard to find mushrooms in the store.
I know, isn't that interesting?
I had to get whole mushrooms and cut them up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things that we have realized is in the grocery store, it's very difficult to find mushrooms right now. And I want to say hello to Richard LeBlanc. Richie is watching. Richie, we love you and miss you, and Angela. And Dudash is watching. Say hi to your mama.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. And then Mary Fulton. Mary Fulton, we love you and we appreciate you watching. So if you're just joining us, we are making beef stroganoff. And we are using some of our beef tips. We cut those down, remove some of the fat. We've got some noodles boiling. That's some egg noodles. And we have browned that beef, and we have added salt and pepper and that kind of thing. And we've also added some mushrooms, onions, and garlic.
Yeah. So now we're adding 3 cups of beef broth.
3 cups of beef broth. And your mama says, hi, kids. Hi, Mom. We love you. We wish you were here. I'm telling you what, we were having one of the prettiest falls we have ever had, and we really wish you were here.
Now we're going to put in a heaping tablespoon of tomato paste.
Got it. And if you if you are new to following Dudash Farms, we actually send out a newsletter once a month with the recipes that we prepare on What's for Dinner at Dudash Farms. And we would love for you to visit our website at dudashfarms.com, subscribe to our newsletter, and we would love to send you this. So we'll send you a newsletter once a month, and we will also send you the recipe once a week. All right, so we're going to try very hard not to bombard you with lots of needless emails. We don't like that kind of thing. Oh, your mama says, I wish I was there too. We really do, Ann. I mean, it is really probably one of the prettiest falls we've had in the last 5 years. Definitely. And if you're just joining us, we are making beef stroganoff. We've done this recipe in the past, but it's been a couple of years. This is the perfect time of the year to do a beef stroganoff type of meal or recipe. It's using our beef stir fry or beef stew or any other beef that you want to use. You just have to cut it into cubes. So what are you adding, Brian?
I'm adding some watered down flour.
Okay.
So I have to mix water first so it doesn't
got it.
get lumpy. And I think it already is. But.
So, well, hey, that's okay. And, you know, the reason we do What's for Dinner at Dudash Farms, gang, it's not because Brian and I are these awesome chefs, but it's just to show you that there are lots of different options to, as far as recipes to prepare for your family. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And it really takes practice. And so we just want to give you some meal ideas so that you can do something different and enjoy something different for your family. Jody Wright is watching. Hey Jody, good to see you too. So we just want to give you a few ideas of things that you can do to prepare meals for your family that are different from, I know a lot of people who say, I have 5 meals I prepare. Monday nights we do this. Tuesday nights we do this. Wednesday nights we do this. So we just want to give you a few more options that you can put in that rotation. And most of what we do is very simple, very easy, and very doable, regardless of what you do.
So yeah, we're just going to let this cook a few more minutes, then we're going to add some sour cream and the rest of the ingredients.
All right, so let's talk about some other things. So I told you already that tomorrow is our last market of the 2022 season, which is hard to believe, but yeah. So a lot of people have asked us, well, once the market ends, where can we find your product? So let me tell you where you can find the Dudash Farms product. So we will continue to be in Martha's Market in downtown Dandridge. So if you were looking for some Dudash Farms product, check there because you can always find it there. They have a limited freezer space, so there are some things that they won't have. So you can always reach out to the farm. Brian and I, we have home-based businesses, so we're here a lot of the time. And we are very flexible in terms of times for you to make an appointment and come on out to the farm and visit us. We'll have it available here also. Let's see, there's something else I wanted to tell you. Tomorrow is a big football game for the Tennessee Vols. Yes!
There's a football game tomorrow?
There's a football game tomorrow. It's Tennessee versus Alabama. Okay, and let me tell you, that's a big deal. So if you are thinking, you know what, I'm going to invite all my friends over, we're going to watch the Tennessee-Alabama game together, and you need a brisket, we have your brisket. Okay, if you want to smoke a brisket for tomorrow and the game, we have it. And let me just tell you this, if you thought, oh my gosh, I never even thought of that. Well, you can message us or comment on this live and let us know that you want a brisket, and we'll go ahead and take it out of the freezer and start defrosting it for you. Okay, we're here for you. So we will have that available for you, or anything else. If there's a butt you want to smoke, let us know. We'll defrost it for you. Okay, so tomorrow is a big game for UT Vols, and we are hoping that we win. The Vols are looking so good this year. What else, Brian? Oh, y'all, every year Brian and I have a pumpkin carving contest. So it's Kim versus Brian. All right. So next week we will not be doing a live because I actually have another job, and I will be working with the UT MBA program next week, and I will not be here. So we will not have a live next week, but Brian and I will be carving pumpkins, and he and I do a contest every year where it's his pumpkin versus my pumpkin. And we're going to post those on social media, and we would love for you guys to vote against which one you like. We're not going to tell you whose is whose. We want you to vote for the one you like. And then on October the 29th, on Friday, when we do our What's for Dinner at Dudash Farms on that Friday night, we will announce the winner. So please make sure you go and vote. Okay? So, okay, how are we doing, Brian? Let's go see how he's doing. How's it going?
Good. So we're going to add a 1/4 cup of white wine.
Okay.
I'm not sure why they have so little wine. I think you said to just
yeah,
to give you an excuse to open it
the
up.
reason I think there's white wine in this recipe and there's so little of it is they just want you to open a bottle of it.
Yep.
That's what I think.
So now we're going to put in gradually a cup of sour cream.
Got it.
And you definitely don't want to boil this.
Mm-hmm.
Turn this down.
So if you are just joining us, we are making beef stroganoff, and we will send this recipe out at the beginning of the week so that you will have it. This is a perfect recipe for this time of the year, at least in East Tennessee. If you're in Florida and you're thinking, yeah, you keep saying this is the perfect recipe for this time of the year, it's hot in Florida. Well, you can still make it in Florida. But it is a lot better when we've got the fall cool weather in East Tennessee. So he has
Smells
incorporated.
good.
Yeah, it really does. We talk about this all the time.
Smell-o-vision?
Smell-o-vision, yeah.
It's still kind of on the thin side, but
Well,
it'll
it just
thicken.
takes time it takes a little time to thicken, right?
So yeah, so we're just going to serve this over some
Some
noodles?
egg noodles and we'll be done with it. So that's really what beef stroganoff is, and it's not complicated. It sounds complicated, but it's not. Well, Brian, is there anything else you wanted to mention before we...
No, I think you covered it.
Yeah. So come out and see us. If you're in the Dandridge area, come out and see everybody.
Yeah, weather's going to be great.
The weather's going to be great, and we're going to have our sweet girls back with us tomorrow with all of their eggs. So come out and support them. Beef stroganoff, if you're just joining us, we're going to serve this over egg noodles. It's super simple, but it's so good, and it's like a comfort food. All right. Sounds great. So we'll let this simmer and cook for
Yeah,
a
we
few,
need to let it
few
thicken
more
up a little
minutes.
bit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it, y'all. All right. So there you go. Beef stroganoff for dinner at Dudash Farms using our beef tips, right? I mean, you can really use anything as long as you're willing to cut it into pieces, right?
Yeah, you could do it with a fillet if you want.
Yeah, you could. So yeah, you want to tell them what you're famous for?
Let's eat
Let's
shortly.
eat. Yeah, we're gonna eat shortly. So you guys have a great weekend. We won't be doing what's for dinner at Dudash Farms next Friday, but we will the following. So be on the lookout for our pumpkin carving contest entries. Okay, and we appreciate your business. Come see us at the market tomorrow, last market of the season, and yeah, we'll see you then. Thank you. Bye.